And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire, in a computer needs its robot army. Because of the rewinding before the coup, we now have the computer. It's now time to get our robot army. We're fighting a little bit of a war here. We're doing relatively well in the war. We have 5 decisions. I think the biggest concern about the war right now is this is a little bit above our replaceable attrition rate on our current recruiting. So I don't necessarily want to be taking this level of casualties. Marauders, so that's one of the events. We're still in the Decade of Corruption. This is another one. What to replace automated logistics with. Logical propaganda. Increases happiness. Okay. Optimal patrols. Reduces unrest. Studied gift. Tracks free folk. And decode GR tech. This is probably the one we'll do first. Some more bureaucratic push.
Roger that. Yes, sir.
Synthetic fuel. We are really close to having synthetic fuel done, so I think we go and get that done right now. I think we're getting that from spread is what's going on. Same thing with Gauss, small arms. So yeah, we get synthetic fuel done. That'll give us another alternative to deep core for fuel production.
Roger that.
Marauders. Full support to deal with it. Success. Point a governor. So we want the best governor. You're tempting because you're the Syndicate computer, but at the same time, Syndicate Trader Society. But at the same time, you're not particularly good. You're Cap 2, although out of the Cap 2s, you're probably the best. Am I Cap 3 in reserve? No. I know we have a Cap 3, and I'd like the Cap 3 to be up in the running. Let's retire you. We got a bronze retirement.
Yes, sir.
Did that bring the Cap 3 in? No, we got a different Cap 2. Okay. This Camp 2 with 47 int is the one who's going to get the job.
Copy that.
We were taking a massive penalty to the capital in the last turn, which is why we're not being very productive. Okay, and we just got construction ongoing in the capital. Based on how things are going, we don't want to add to the capital. Did you... The rail isn't done. I think we still make you a zone.
Roger that.
Like so. And then the zone... Actually, the zone has enough workers for the moment. How many colonists can I send here? I can send 220. Or 2,200. Is that enough to build or start building a rail station? Yes.
Roger that.
Let's embed them to do the rail station.
Roger that. Roger that.
Okay, that's enough for the rail station, and the rest can be dumped in as population.
Roger that.
And then yeah, we keep up the offensive down here. Oh, they got a city over here. Your base. Not sure how big that is. Okay, I think that's our troop shuffle for the turn. Recruit the replacements. Or equip the replacements. There we go. And yeah, I think that will be the turn. You're at 38, but that's acceptable. You're at 90, that's acceptable. Looks like Stone Road, that seems reasonable. Nothing to do. Nothing to help with there. Back to improve logistics a smidge. Okay, that worked. Wasn't expected to be quite that successful, but it worked.
Let's go. Operation successful.
I did want the umbrella device, that's why we attacked there. And yeah, our logistics up here should get better as soon as this actually starts applying, which is the upcoming turn. So we should see improvements. I just need to stop spending my resources so aggressively.
Understood.
Although it is tempting to keep building all the things. So that's looking good. We did get the solar panel field done, replacing the other rail station. Although we'll have a rail station finished next turn, so everything goes according to plan. This next turn should probably be peak spending for the short term. We're in 4, catching up on 3. Empire dashboard. We're still seeing the revolution decline, which is what we want to see. Yeah, because of the virtue, it should be going down to 0. And in fact, even without the virtue, it should be going to 0. And then we're still seeing suppression coming from the computer. Negative 3.9. Would like this to go all the way to 0, given enough time. And honestly, if it went close enough to 0, we could start lowering taxes as well. Right now we're spending more than we're taking in. But it wouldn't take very much for the be at a point where we could reasonably lower taxes. Nation, decode the GR tech.
Roger that.
Decoding successful. Combat drugs. Redirect
Yes, sir.
push. Happy. Optimal. Be a little tempting to do free folk. For the pop gain. Sure, let's do that.
Yes, sir.
11,000 population to join the city. There we go. So these guys might, I was about to say might not. They probably won't reinforce to full. Probably won't reinforce to full. They may partially reinforce. Let's see. Yeah, so they're in the yellow because of the distance away from the road, not due to saturation of the logistics. You get 80% of what they asked for, so they might get 4 out of 5. Okay, cycle the turn. Okay, so seeing Oxydon's movement. It should be well, Phoenix spawns is being calculated as we're seeing Oxydon's here. Okay, we lost an opportunity to take a city from them because it's fallen to Oxydon. They're probably not going to take it back. Although their capital is becoming more and more vulnerable. The capital is the real prize if we can take it. Although not for population, for the rare metals in the surroundings. I'm going to delay doing metal soil filtration for longer. Having a good show against the Marauders, of course. Round 101, we killed 1,100 infantry at the cost of 100. Over the end turn, we have 4 decisions. Posse forming, that's one of the events. That's another one of the events. Second Corruption is continuing. Protocol requires Regalia of State, and the computer is in favor of this because the computer... Oh, the computer's in favor of both of these. The computer likes both mind and government. The computer is like, you can do no wrong here, up to you, but I like both. I like government more than I like mind. We'll pay him the money so he can have his fancy clothes. Okay, we'll go Grenadier here.
Order received.
Vagrants threatened. Does not like Fist. Does not like Mind. Does not like Commerce. Although the computer's nice enough here that if we just go with the middle one, he'll be the most neutral. So I think we go with the middle one. Just added a new zone. This new zone's governor is not as important. I think we give it to you.
Roger that.
You have a job, don't screw it up. The resources are negative, that's not great. The new governor is not as good as the old governor, let's just say. So I'm going to need to improve food, I'm going to need to improve water, I need to improve petrol. All while not having to spend any industry. I'm going to have to burn some of the stockpile down here because we need the food and the water badly enough.
Copy that.
But they're not bait.
Copy that.
Oil, I think we're working still on the... Deep core gas extraction will be done next turn. It's not going to be enough. We're probably going to have to upgrade it again. But we can accept continuing at that speed. One rail station's done. The other one will be done next turn. Maybe a little concerned about our power consumption as well. 400 short. Let's go down to the high-tech industry. That's the construction, not the building. There's the building. Set you at half power. That should save us some power. At any particularly real cost other than the opportunity cost. Exposed artillery again.
Let's go! Operation successful.
Got one of the guns. You're not quite so exposed. 5-on-1's probably a good trade. Yeah.
Open fire! Open fire! Mission successful.
We lost 6 sub-units attacking to kill 4. So it was an okay trade. Could definitely been better. How's the diplomacy? 18, so we need to delay you.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Okay, buy this our time. I'll need to sell something off to cover the balance. I'm making nice rares. I don't want to sell rares, though. I'm not selling for enough that I'm on that team. Radioactives?
Understood.
Yeah, we'll sell the radioactives off. Yeah, it's probably nowhere near getting the bomb. That's probably enough for the short term. Talking about radioactives, when does the mine run out? This is the turn to do the peripheral mining. That's a good thing I checked.
Roger that.
Do I actually have... I presumably have a zoo somewhere. I don't. I should start employing them. I don't have a zoo here. I'm trying to check to see what the what type of improvement the zoo is. What I'm trying to do. Have I not put any zoos out? Looks like I haven't put any zoos out. Okay. Let's deploy these zoos.
Order received.
Roger that.
I never got around to nationalizing the truck station here, so we should do.
Order received.
Roger that.
Oh, I suppose at some point I should delegate you over. Next turn we'll have enough colonists. Okay. And yeah, I suppose at this point, now we've got a zoo placed, I can see what it provides. Are you providing entertainment or education? Okay. So in the future, what I want to do is I want to check what is the zone's education. Which low education zone do I want to buff? Oh, hang on. I probably should. Even though we're probably not going to negotiate with them. I think they're down to the one city. Should probably try to negotiate with them as well. Not interested in the overture. Oh, interesting. This has an increased cost due to the syndicate computer. We're still gonna do it.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And it's not everything, it's just things the syndicate computer has an opinion on. So I think that... I'm actually somewhat surprised the syndicate computer has an opinion on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not the cards we wanted. There's like a 3 in 9 chance we pull what we want. Space Powder Tim saying, so we went back and stopped the Civil War. Yeah, we went back in time and stopped the Civil War. Because the goal of the run was to get the Syndicate computer, and I decided the Civil War was going to be an impermissible delay on getting the Syndicate computer. We'll still probably, when we finish the run, we'll probably go back and do the other path, where we play out from the Civil War state. Okay, raise some opinion on you. You're at 38. You're at 90, so that's all good. Anyway, we're not quite at the point where we're at the gates of Austin here. I think their entire defensive position will collapse if Austin falls, so... Yeah, the supply situation up here has definitely improved.
Let's go. Mission successful. Let's go. Operation successful.
Surely, we have the HQ for the 7th up here. Where's the rest of the 7th? Because it's 17th up here. Where to deploy the rest of your company? The 9th. That's the 8th. That's the 12th. That's the 16th. Oh, you're way over there. Okay, so when I have the opportunity, I should need to pull it out and push it to the other side. Way out of position. Yeah, automated is done. Beldress is coming up and will be done pretty quickly. Gonna early finish up the fuel this turn, which is good. Probably go swap over to metal soil filtration, which we've got partial on from the tech spread. Either that or ultra capacitors. I probably should do ultra capacitors and not metal soil filtration. I don't need the rares right now. Ultra capacitors would be really nice to combo, or we do an upgrade on the infantry into battle dress. Right now, our infantry have energy upkeep to keep the batteries charged on their guns. If we have ultra capacitors when we design them again, that will go away. It doesn't retroactively go away if you develop ultra capacitors and then before or after designing the unit. So Gen 3 will always have a power drain, but if we get ultra capacitors before Gen 4, Gen 4 won't. Yeah, not going super terribly for us. We are getting a pounding from the artillery, but that's kind of what artillery does. Or, well, should do. Okay, should be coming around to us shortly. We lost 200 infantry over the end turn. It's around 102. We have 5 decisions. Computer took me aside in a basement to help me improve my programming. Programming skill has gone up by plus 7 points. Commanded at SHQ. Okay. Computer stash gift. I am happy to report that the computer presented me with a gift to reward my ideological purity. Cortical stimulator. Okay. Completed synthetic fuel, so we'll have that come up for choice. Information retrieval. Let's peek into the computer's records. What opinion does it hold on this leader? Honestly, I'm not too worried about the information retrieval. So you ask for a subsidy. It would help the Wolf Corporation to work better in the interest of the Imperium if you would accord us a small subsidy. The computer's like, no. So we will politely refuse because the computer says no.
Roger that.
Workers protest against their CEO, so the computer does not like the first option. It likes the other options. It's actually kind of neutral in the last option, and I don't need the virtue right now. So we're going to probably go with either 2 or 3. Support the worker. I can do with a little more democracy.
Roger that. Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
So here I'm going to go for ultra capacitors because I want to get the energy drain off the energy weapons. Here we're improving the radioactive mine so it doesn't run out. And now that probably won't need to be done for a long, long time again. So a 5-on-3 exchange is maybe not a great exchange, although getting 2.2 to 1. That's probably worth taking in preparation for moving on the city.
Let's go. Get out.
Okay. We lost 5 subunits, we destroyed 4, so it was about a 1-to-1 trade, which wasn't great, but it could definitely be worse. Again, that's maybe not an attrition rate we can stomach for very long. Shorten the line, I can probably drive them back. Let's do that. 5-way attack.
Going in.
That's off to a bad start.
We need more firepower, sir.
Lost 13 subunits, only destroyed 1. Yeah, that was a bad start. First is letting me down. If I have a bad end turn, I might have to pull for volunteers.
Let's go. Operation successful. Let's go. Operation successful.
How's the construction going? I definitely need to spool down construction. Rail station's done, deep core gas extractor's done. Okay. So, I really shouldn't add any more construction, although adding more deep core gas would be tempting. Yeah, don't add more of that.
Yes, sir.
Another batch of cards in 4 turns. No, another batch of cards in 8 turns. The system should level up in 4. Zero retirement, some of the 0 skill reserve pool people. Or the 1 skill, so this person, for example.
Yes, sir.
There you go. And we'll bronze retirement one as well. You're actually the best one in the reserve pool. Like autocracy, you're
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Okay. Yeah, that was a bit of a bad showing there. Cycle the turn. Okay, should be coming around to us shortly. Round 103, we lost 200 infantry over the end turn. We have 6 decisions. The station or Great Imperium requires investment in regal clothing. Okay. Computer will see that you have your regal clothing. Battle dress has been researched. Turbodread has been researched. Database of it. Some clever SQL-like trick. We might as well reset the records on a specific leader. So we've got a particular leader that we like, that we think the bot does not. The computer does not. We can improve their relation. Not too worried about that. I don't need the virtue. I think we go for the democracy here because I don't want to pay the political power for the government right now. And to be fair, we'd probably like democracy around 80. We get it.
Understood. Roger that.
Regalia of State. The robot's like, I'd prefer either way, but likes the Regalia more than the makes no sense option.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Military Research Council, finished battle dress. We haven't found... Oh, well, we're not even able to find, maybe an important note there, we're not able to find every battle dress yet. So it hasn't been discovered. What do I want to follow up on? I think Guided. Guided RPG, probably into Heavy Guided. So we can find Heavy Guided after Guided.
Roger that.
Air Force only has the linear text, not the binary ones. Do aerodynamic design.
Yes.
Charismatic Union Chief. The computer wants us to do the second one, so we'll do the second one. At some point I'll have to go around and piss the workers off by reducing their wages, but that day is not today. Down to high. The lower that gets, the less I need to be worried about revolution. Total loss of BP or apoptotic jobs. Yeah, so BP is still technically up, so that's good, so that's trending down. Completed a bunch of construction. There we go. Wait for some of our stats to recover a little bit because we're running a little negative. Also want to see if we're food positive. So we'll go one turn, we'll see if we're food and water positive. If we are, we get back on the oil powertrain probably. Rating power, we can store up to 9K, so we'll let that pile up a little bit. Our unit's only just reinforced down here, so we don't want to attack. Oh, that's an exposed gun.
Let's go. Mission successful.
Okay, we'll leave these guys encircled for a turn. They probably will attempt to break in. If they don't, we'll crush that pocket on the next turn. Slowly working towards taking the city. We don't have enough recon on there to know how many people in the city. This is their, I believe, their capital. Yeah, we can see their high command bunker. It's not as nice and pretty as ours. The main reason we probably care about it is actually in the outskirts of their capital. It's not another turn. There it is. They have a rare metal mine, like we have a rare metal mine. Ours is better, but that might just been that we did a better roll in the peripheral mining last time. Yeah, and I think they had another one. If I saw another one right here. Yeah, there's another one over here. So we want those rare metal mines. We're at 38. That's acceptable. Pull the recon out over to help. If for no other reason to help with the recon. Get you down the escarpment. We'll see if we need to run you over there. Moment.
Let's go. Operation successful.
Yeah, construction's coming along well. Victory, we're still in 4th. Oxydon state is a little up. Oxydon state is the number 3. So we actually know 1, 2, 3. We know 1, 2, 3. We know 10. We're actively fighting 10. We know 9. Don't think we know 11, although that's maybe not surprising. They're in last. I only know 5 people, so we know the healthier half of the map. Yep, so we want to wait for those guys to recover before we do an attack there. What's in the capital? I only got 2 units to attack with. Yeah, no, not going to have good odds here. 1 to 5. 5 in their favor is bad odds. Don't do that attack. The trap. It's a glorious trap. Yeah, so cycle a turn. Probably want to be building up more oil, more power. More heavy industry would be nice as well, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that all at the same time. Nation. Good push. Here, good push.
Yes, sir.
I probably don't need that many prospecting pushes. Let's trash 5 of those. This, we don't want that. Trash you. Okay, don't need that many processing pushes. We can trash those. Syndicate priests are actually cheap to deploy. Let's attach those
Order
to
received.
1 to a brigade.
Order received. Order received. Order received. Order received. Order received. Order received.
Forget what this one does. Attach it to
Roger that.
you, and then we can check. Troops he's embedded with, spurred by his hatred to fight on, have a 75% chance to ignore retreat commands. Retreat combat results, not commands. Presumably still follow commands.
Roger that. Roger that. Roger that. Roger that.
Don't shoot the enemy recruiter instead.
Order received. Order received.
Detect enemy equipment. They do require a kill to do their magic. Obtain tech points. And then the recruiter has a percent chance to recruit enemy units suffering retreat or pinned instead of killing them. Okay. Recruiters are nice. Nice. Okay. And yeah, I need to be a little bit more proactive with doing the unit add cards. And then I think most of this stuff is just trash.
Roger that.
Cap 2. Not too bad.
Roger that.
Cap 1. That was supposed to be the strong one. That's not particularly strong. What's that cap 1? You.
Yes, sir.
We just hired you, but go away. Okay, let's cycle the turn. Progress is definitely being made towards our goal. When Ultra Capacitors are done, we'll be able to discover robotics, which includes robotic soldiers and heavy battle dress. And honestly, there's nothing necessarily stopping us from getting robotic soldiers the first pull in robotics. I think we're a little bit more likely to get heavy battle dress, but robotic soldiers are a possibility. Although we wouldn't necessarily be able to build very many right now. Although we would probably be able to build them about as fast as we can build normal infantry, so that would effectively double the recruiting. And looking at the time, maybe I'm not playing particularly fast, but we're going to go ahead and put a part break in as soon as we get to the end of this end turn here. And we are going to record one more part tonight, so if you're watching on YouTube, you can expect a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We are going to take a short break here, so you can get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea. But then I will be back to record that one more part. In the meantime, we're going to watch this end turn here, see if Phoenix Bond does anything interesting, as well as watching the progress of the neighbors. Mostly nomads in there shuffling about. By nomads, I mean the non-aligned faction, not an actual nomad faction. And this is what we'll pick up in the next one. So we'll be picking up on round 104. We killed 200 infantry over the intern and lost 400. We'll have 4 decisions to deal with as we return. So until next time, I'm going to wish you all best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.